Welcome to Seltzer Squad, the podcast about staying sober in the city, with your hosts, Kate Sander and Jess Valentine.
Hey guys, Kate here. I just wanted to let you know that this week's episode is sponsored by Audible. Audible is a huge part of my sober toolbox. I love listening to books and memoirs, and it's almost like having another friend who gets it. So visit audibletrial.com/seltzersquad for a free month. You'll thank us later.
Hi, Jess.
Hey, Kate. Kate is already laughing.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. Why are you excited?
Hot mess part whatever.
I think
we are going to read some more
3.
submissions from.
This is the third Hot Mess Hoedown. These are my favorites. I feel like these are my favorites. You asked me in the last episode, the 100th episode, what my favorite episode was, and I was like, I don't know, but I feel like the hot mess ones are
bring a little levity.
We laugh the most.
We need this sometimes. Okay.
All right. Do you want to start or do you want me to start?
I'm going to start. Okay. This is just one of many hot mess stories I have from A. Anyway, a few years ago, my friend and I decided to start getting drunk while we were in a Walmart to kick off the night. We bought red Solo cups and then went into the store bathroom and started pouring shots of Fireball. We then took the party outside and walked over to a fast food joint in a very classy manner, continued getting drunk while sitting outside behind the fast food joint, like in the grass, like a bunch of bums. At some point, we managed to get more booze, but at this point, I'm blacking in and out. The rest of the evening takes a turn for the worst because being drunk publicly in a Walmart bathroom and being behind a fast food joint wasn't bad enough. Anyway, we ended up getting back at her house, and her husband got in some random fight, probably because we were shit-faced, and we both ended up leaving her house, rather running away for whatever reason barefoot. And then we started wandering around her neighborhood because we got lost, like literally a couple of blocks away from her house, and we were so drunk that we were lost. While wandering around, I'm pretty sure one of us got hit by a car, kind of, who I don't even know because we were both blacking out, ended up having bruises and cuts all over us. Maybe we were both hit. What?
What?
It's like, maybe we were both hit, ? Anyway, the car was backing out of the driveway, so when I say hit, I mean tapped us, and our drunk asses fell over and hurt ourselves. What the fuck? And then the poor kid in the car hops out to check on us, and I'm sure is appalled and scared simultaneously at the state of our drunkenness. I'm not sure what the result was, but I know no cops were called, and me and my friend ended up wandering around for a couple more hours until we found our way back to her house a few blocks away. We both passed out and woke up the next morning to recap the night and swore off drinking, only to jump on the booze wagon a few days later to continue being ridiculous. Okay, I can relate to that. Can you?
Yeah, of course I can.
But how funny would it be if you backed out of your fucking driveway and bumped like 2 hammered girls, I'm assuming?
I don't even know.
How fucking terrified would you be? I would be like so upset that I bumped into someone. Like, first of all, you'd be like, you'd jump out of your car and be like, holy shit, where did you even come from? You know? And then when you see the state of these people, you would be like, what the fuck?
It depends. Like, I wonder if they were like, fuck you hit us. Or if they were just like, it's fine, I'm fine.
True.
It's fine. Don't even
I'm
worry
just
about
bleeding
it.
a little.
It's fine. I'm sorry.
I mean, the barefoot
you know what I
thing
mean?
really gets me because that's like ballsy. Like, I'm such a baby. I could never run away without my shoes on.
Oh.
Good story. A. Thanks for writing
I
in.
have a long one. So let's see. I'm such a bad speaker and an even worse reader. So let's see if I can get through this one without messing up my words because it's so long. So, Kate is the one that was right above
Got it.
that one. I'm going in order.
Yes.
So just so you guys know, we haven't proofread these.
We have
We
it.
are
So
Going,
we have nowhere where
there's
this is
a
going.
bug on me. We're just going balls to the wall, like trusting that you guys are funny. Okay. There was a pizza place near my old drummer's house where we and some friends used to frequent after weekly band practices that turned into a cheesy nightclub after 11 p.m., complete with flashing lights, amateur DJs, and a pop-up dance pole for the girls to throw themselves around. There were many nights I would get blackout drunk and have no memory of ending up on the drummer's couch the next morning. There was even a night I passed out on the bathroom counter and was carried outside
Aw.
by 2 bouncers who wouldn't let me back in to tell my friends I was kicked out. But somehow we had all made our way to Steak and Shake across the street, where I threw up in the parking lot and cried a lot. But there's one night in particular that haunted me for a while. On this night, the DJ was trying to rile up the crowd and announced that, are you laughing at me? Are you laughing?
I'm reading it.
I'm going to kill you. Okay. On this night, the DJ was trying to rile up the crowd and announced that any girls who got up and danced on the bar would get a free drink. I was one of the first to climb right up to shake my thing with exuberance and score my free drink. Minutes later, he made the same announcement, and sure enough, I was ready and climbing onto the bar to dance for my second drink, at which point I am buzzed enough to believe that I was looking so hot, and I was trying to pull my friends up along with me so we could all show the bar how fun, sexy, and confident we are. LOL. Because I was the kind of drunk who was always taking things to the next level, I began running up to the DJ and screaming at him to make more announcements so I can continue drinking for
pause.
free.
This could have been either one of us, by the way. That's why this is so funny. Like, I'm imagining you and or I running up to the DJ and fucking screaming at them.
I
to
know.
play
And then
whatever
she's like,
song I want.
do it again.
Yeah. So I can continue drinking for free.
But at one point, I decided not to wait on him anymore and began climbing up onto the bar alone and stealing random people's drinks, much to their disgust. One of the last things I remember from this night through the mess of flashing lights was getting up onto the bar and the last time to dance with a bunch of girlfriends. And I lost my balance, and fell behind the bar, breaking a bunch of glasses on the way down and nearly taking out the poor bartender, who proceeded to drag me into the kitchen to make sure I was okay. I don't know how I managed to not injure her, myself, or anyone else around me, but the next day I felt so ashamed that I had put bar staff and other patrons at risk. And I kept picturing the disgusted looks I saw on the faces of people watching me crawl on the bar stealing drinks, some of whom I knew from the local bar scene. Realizing this is a terrible way to promote the new band I was in. Oh, I forgot. It was just a terrible way to be remembered in general. I never went back to that establishment after hours again. Signed, Not So Hot
So
Rockstar.
good.
That I would 100.
I was a
She gave us
chronic
her
DJ
Instagram.
pest. Were you a DJ pest? I was like, play Taylor Swift forever. I was like always that person.
100%. And then when I was DJing, I fucking realized how annoying that is. So she gave you and I her Instagram. She doesn't want me to share it, obviously. But
Thanks,
dude,
Kay.
that is
good.
100% like me.
Also, I can
100%
imagine myself
me.
in both the person on the bar dancing and being the annoyed bartender. Like,
Oh,
being like,
yeah, for
this
sure.
fucking girl, like, Jesus Christ, she's a liability.
Yeah. Why did she get kicked out? Like, someone should have just done this girl a solid and like been like, all right, you've
Maybe
had
that
enough.
bar was down with that kind of thing. Oh, God, that's funny. Okay,
Yeah, you never know.
I'll read
Oh,
D.
it's after hours too. So,
Yeah.
oh my God.
I'm going to
that
read
was
D's.
great. Yeah.
Okay. I love that they're all like, keep anonymous. Like, yes,
Yeah.
obviously. That's how we know it's good, also.
Yeah, exactly.
When I was studying medicine, I was the top student in the school, super shy and quiet, and studied all the freaking time except weekends. Let's just say that's when the crazy came out. The thing is, the founder and dean of the school, a brilliant doctor who is a huge mentor for me and the person I admire most in medicine, also partied hard on the weekends during that time. I worshipped him and was also crushing on him hard, despite or maybe because of the fact that he's gay and totally unavailable to me as a woman, though in my defense, he was a big flirt and totally led me on at times. Somehow, I got into his close circle and started partying with him in secret outside of school. Truthfully, I couldn't keep up with their partying, but at least one night a week, I joined in. And oh boy, the crazy naked dance parties that we had. I mean that literally, crazy and naked. Somehow, after one of these exclusive gatherings at the dean's house, after way too much booze and blow, I decided, no, I did not want this party to end. So after taking a cab home when everyone left, I was actually in my house already and then called the cab to take me back to the dean's house. I banged on his gate until he let me in and basically pleaded with him to let me sleep in his bed. Not to have sex with you, mind you, just sleep with him in his bed. What was I thinking? The next morning, I was so mortified and he was furious and basically unfriended me for months. To this day, I have not gotten over the shame of the situation. He and I are now on okay terms and I even partied with him and his crowd a little bit after that, but I was never able to live it down in my own head. This was years ago, but it took getting sober for me to look back on it and be able to laugh. For a while, this stuff was major self-hatred and depression. So I'm grateful I'm on this side of sobriety. Amen.
Oh my God.
I got hammered at a work retreat they like flew us all and put us in a cabin, and we had like an Olympic coach giving us motivational workshops. And then afterwards we got the most fucked up, and I tried to sleep with one of my coworkers who was like not interested, was like, go to your room. And I was like, you know, when you're just like being annoying and gross and fucking persistent, you're like, just let me sleep in your room though. Oh, that's so cringeworthy.
Oh my God.
Imagine having to go to school. Oh, fuck.
Hell no.
Thanks for that story. That was a good one.
Here we go. In college, back in the late 90s, I was known to my friends as one who could drink just like the guys. I was really good at keg stands and could chug a 40 of Mickey's through a beer bong if it was even suggested. Because of all this beer drinking, I puked a lot. Not entirely because I consumed too much alcohol, but also because the beer would make me burp, and sometimes that triggered some barf. Now, I wasn't the type of gal that would stop when she got sick. Same. I actually did my best to hide any maintenance barf.
Oh, God.
Maintenance barf I had to do in the course of
drinking. Did you ever maintenance barf?
All the time.
I never did. I hate barfing. Hate it.
I do too. I remember on my 21st birthday, I already been out like drinking and shit, but we were out and I was like, I'm not feeling. I was on the dance floor at a club and I just threw up, and then I felt fine. And I was like, all right, and I just like moved to the other side of the dance floor and kept going. But I used to go to this one bar underage all the time. I was a regular there because I would just get there at like during happy hour before the bouncer came on to check IDs, and I always had like this one chair that I sat. It was my stool, and it was right against the wall. It was like at the end of the bar. So we would always take shots of Patron, and I would just throw it up in the corner when the bartender turned around to put the bottle back. It'd be like immediate. I would take a shot and then throw it, and then all the time.
God,
all the time. I would
barf.
throw up like 3 times a night. So they obviously must have. Well, no, I guess because he doesn't have to worry about cleaning up because he would leave.
Okay, wait. Continue the story.
Okay, so her maintenance barf. One time on the way to the beer garden in the middle of the day, I had drank too many mimosas, which was all cheap Prosecco and 2 drops of orange juice. Girl, I know. While walking down an alley, I slowed down a bit so my friends could walk ahead of me. I turned my head slightly bent over behind a trash can and threw up. Silently, I kept walking. Not a single person noticed.
I love that like this person's drunk and thinking they're so quietly barfing when they're probably in real life not at all
well,
quietly
she just
barfing.
said, not a single person noticed. I thought, man, I'm so fucking cool.
Yeah, you think you're so sneaky.
I know. Go ahead, you guys, I'll catch up. Like, obviously you're up to something.
I'm going to go piss behind this dumpster real quick.
We arrived at the beer garden and continued drinking 25-cent pitchers. What?
Oh, yeah.
25-cent pitchers?
This is like my people. She grew up in my town.
Of special export beer. Yes, a quarter could buy you a pitcher of shitty beer. This was the normal drink deal several days a week. Now I think it's fucking criminal.
Agree.
After about an hour, I could tell that I was going to barf again. This time, though, I was in the middle of a bench seat surrounded by a lot of people. The beer garden was packed, and her back was at
Okay, wait. So she's sitting on a bench and she's in the middle.
Oh, and yeah, okay. I read it wrong. And at my back was a wall planter. Okay, I get it. I scanned the area, turned my head over so slightly, and acted like I was putting my cigarette out in the planter and threw up right into it instead. I looked up and
barfed.
I looked up and scanned the area again. Everyone was still talking, chatting in their own worlds. I was like, man, I am the slickest bitch around. Fucking love this girl. Then I met eyes with my best friend who was about 20 feet away from me sitting at another table. She saw me. She saw the whole thing. She mouthed the words to, did you just makes head motion a person throwing up? I shook my head yes, and she rolled her eyes, and I laughed really hard. I was a serial secret puker. Hot mess indeed. Feels good writing all this down. Thank you for all you do, Kay and Jess. That one was fantastic.
I love it. I love the stealth puker.
Yeah. Oh man, that was good.
That's
We've
so
got
true.
So many left.
I think that's so true. Thinking that you're being so sneaky. We can do probably 3 more. I'm gonna go to the other A. Yeah.
Okay. Other A. Yeah.
Okay. This person's from North Dakota. I'm excited. Okay.
Ah, shit.
It was a hot summer night in North Dakota, and drunk A was at a bonfire party at her friend's house. She writes the whole thing in third person. Okay.
That's awesome.
There was roughly 6 cute boys at this party, so already she was in trouble because drunk A loves to make out. The night was going good, drinks were flowing, the fire was raging, and the music was banging. Another thing drunk A could never, and I mean it when I say never, was turn down a dare. So one of her friends at the time, knowing this, dared her to make out with every single guy at the party. Drunk A gladly took on the challenge. She was on a mission.
Fuck yeah, she did.
Oh, writer's note. I can't stop cringing because I probably look like the biggest creep ever. I was cornering these boys and hunting them down. Oh my God. That's sort of weird. Yeah, I agree. I'm sure you are cringing. Sticking my tongue down their throat's gross. Okay. So this is, yeah. So after drunk A proceeds to make out with anyone who obliged, she headed to the dance floor where she split her pants wide open, dropping it low. Another pastime now sober A still enjoys. Her entire ass was out, cracking all.
Oh my God, I love her.
But drunk A loves attention, so instead of changing into some new pants like any normal person would do, she persisted to party on into the early hours of the morning, enjoying the hot summer breeze on her sweaty crack. I love it. When I woke up the next day, my friends insisted on saving my split jeans.
Oh, Kate's crying.
To commemorate such an epic night.
Oh my God, Kate can't catch her breath.
Looking back on it now, I can laugh, but my God, did I feel like the biggest idiot in the morning. Anyways.
Oh God.
All right, I can't finish. She ends with, anyway, sobriety rocks. XOXO, former drunk girl.
Okay. I got one.
I'm a wheezy laugher. Now I'm embarrassed.
I love it. I love it. It was a beautiful spring day in 2014 as I prepared for a family friend's wedding. Before we got to the venue, my family and I stopped at a bar for some pre-wedding drinks. Are you still crying from the last story? Okay, just making sure. I remember during the ceremony being annoyed it wasn't one of those weddings that you could take a drink with you while you watch the vows. I didn't know that was even a thing.
Being annoyed about it? That's great.
Yeah. Reflecting back now, it was a fucking church, so no wonder there was no booze allowed.
You imagine being in there, where's the open bar? This is a fucking church, ma'am.
Oh my God. During the reception, I immediately went to the bar to see what free drinks were available. I am typically a beer drinker, but for some reason that night, I chose wine. I slammed the glass after glass on the night, and the night on the dance floor got hazier and hazier. Then I blacked out. Fast forwarded to the morning. I wake up on the hotel room floor wrapped in a towel because I had pissed myself, with my dad looking down at me with a very disappointed face.
Oh.
I know. Then my family begins to tell me what I did in my blackout. Apparently, I did a bunch of shots with the bridesmaids, but the worst part was on the shuttle ride home. The last shuttle of the night, carrying the bride and groom and both sets of their parents and grandparents. I proceeded to begin to vomit, and I removed my own boot and projectile vomited into it while the groom was rubbing my back and trying to comfort me.
That's so relatable. I feel like this happens at every wedding. There's one person.
Oh,
like
there's always
this.
one. Yeah.
Yes.
Those boots ended up in the dumpster along with my bride. Today, after a short stint of sobriety and relapse, I'm 69 days sober. Oh my God. Love bootlicker.
Love the boot puker. Oh, okay. Last one. It's short.
Is
Thank
it L?
God. Okay. L. L has a lot of stories, but this is one she is giving to us.
I know who this is. I've seen her Instagram.
Okay, hold on.
She pops up. Okay.
I was at a popular college bar, and they always had girls stand on the bar and spin a wheel so they could either win a free shot or flash their tits. What a reward for everyone. I was standing on the bar and was very blacked out at this point. The next thing I know, I'm getting picked up off the floor. I suppose that I dove headfirst into the dirty concrete floor and was gushing blood in front of a huge crowd of college kids. By the way, this is after I got kicked out of my sorority for getting a DUI, so this was just further confirming that I had issues and was an embarrassing hot mess to everyone I knew. I was rushed out of the bar, and my roommate called an ambulance to my apartment because she was sure that I had a concussion. Somehow I didn't, but I did have an immense amount of guilt and shame, which TBH is probably worse. I'm 71 days sober today, and this is my second time around getting sober. I got sober for 6 months and relapsed because I thought I was cured of it, and I was able to abstain from drinking for that long. I was certainly not cured. I'm very thankful for my relapse because it confirmed how much better my life is sober. I have an amazing therapist this time around. Shout out to Dorinda. And I'm doing the necessary healing to stay sober for real this time. Thanks for your amazing podcast. I have more hot mess stories where that came from.
Nice.
And that concludes
Hot Mess Hoedown Part 3.
Yes. Oh,
please, please, please send us your stories. We fucking love them. Seltzer Squad. Wait, what's our email? seltzersquadpod@gmail.com and put hot mess in the subject line so I can put it in the appropriate folder so that we could potentially read it on air. We will not tell what your name is.
Of course not.
But these are the fucking best. We love these.
Everybody loves these. This could have been all of us. I could have been in every single story. Right?
Oh, 100%. Oh, so good. These are so good. I fucking love it. Please, till we meet again.
Be nice to yourself.
I was going to say something else, and then I was like, no.
I can't get over the girl with the pants out. I'm sorry. I'm dead.
Did she give her Instagram?
No, I'm.
Because, damn it.
I want to look her up. Exists.
I need to put a face to the ass.
The subject line is ass out, hot mess hoedown.
She's
so
the
good.
Best.
All right. Thanks for writing in, everybody. Don't forget. Be nice. Hangover suck.
Hangover suck.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast. Every review helps other listeners find us. Music by Dead Go West. Art by Kate Sander. For show notes and resources, check out seltzersquad.com.